feel the 2.5 liters of power. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are test driving a beautiful 2024 Hyundai Tucson SEL. This is a non-hybrid, non-plug-in hybrid, front-wheel drive, regular old 187 horsepower, 8-speed automatic. And it is a surprisingly nice little SUV to drive. I've driven a plug-in hybrid Tucson in the past, and I really liked that car, and I really like this one as well. I think that Hyundai's 4-cylinder engine in this is relatively refined. More refined than a Toyota 4-banger. Maybe not quite as refined as a Honda 4-banger, but somewhere in between. I find the on-center steering feel to be very, very solid on this car. You definitely can maintain your bearing in your lane, although everyone will criticize me for how much I move my hands around while I'm driving a car. I have no real explanation for that except to say that you may move your hands around more than you think while you're driving your car. You just never strap a GoPro to your dome and film yourself doing it and then put it on the internet. Or I have very low-level cerebral palsy. I don't know. But anyway, back to the Tucson. My only real criticism of this car, and it's a minor one, is strictly from a driving perspective, is at high speeds, like 80 miles per hour or above on the highway, the suspension can be a little abrupt over bumps. It doesn't absorb that super well, but it's not unduly harsh or uncomfortable, but it is noticeable. And other than that, drive-wise, for what you could expect from a modern mainstream compact sport utility vehicle, this is very close to, this is pretty much as good as it gets in a way. You could nitpick it. The Mazda CX-5 probably handles a little better in the corners. It definitely handles a little better in the corners. Subaru Forester probably has a little bit smoother of a ride. But, all in all, this car drives very, very well. And I've always enjoyed my time with a Hyundai Tucson. I think it's a very good-looking car. It's a very distinctive look from the outside, and I appreciate that. It kind of helps it stand apart in the segment. The technology in here is pretty easy to use. Granted, this is a 2024 model, and MSRP is north of $32,000, and for that amount of money, it's, I wouldn't say lavishly equipped, but it's well enough equipped. You've got wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless charging. It still has analog gauges, but they look really nice and they do what they need to do. Cloth seats, flippy tab mirror. I mean, I'm kind of just getting used to the fact that inflation has taken hold on everything, including the car market. Product planning for building an automobile is on a longer time frame than other things, and it's not quite so easy to just change the price at the drop of a dime. But when you change over to a new model year, that's when you get to change the price. And so you feel it now. But at least for the money you spend on a Tucson, you get a very nice looking vehicle. You get a practical vehicle. It's roomy. It's got rear air vents. It's got rear USB ports in the SEL model. You could spend another $2,500 and get the convenience package if you wanted digital gauges and a bigger screen with built-in navigation and a moonroof and a couple other little things, leather-wrapped steering wheel. So it would be up to you if that was worth it to you, but then you'd be up to about a $35,000 car. But it would still drive nice. Let's see, we're doing about 60 on a decent road, so that is a little bit of a refinement check for you. It is gets a little bit of wind noise, a little bit of tire noise, but nothing out of the ordinary or unexpected for the class. I like the interior design. I like most things about this car. I've been pretty much universally impressed with all of the Hyundai and Kia products that I have driven over the last couple of years. They're all have their merits and are, you know, they're moving up and they're continuing to move up in the marketplace. And it's obviously a genuine competitor to the Japanese car companies and the American car companies. Aside from Volkswagen, the Europeans don't really play in this price range too much unless you want a super duper duper base X1 or something, which why in the hell would you want that? The steering is responsive and accurate. Eight-speed automatic is smooth. Nothing to complain about with the powertrain, that's for sure. If you are going to buy one of these cars, or you do own one of these cars and you bought it brand new, of course you have the benefit of the legendary 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. But just be cautious that to maintain warranty coverage for that, it only is applicable to the original owner of the car, and you have to do all of your servicing on the dot to have them pay out on a warranty claim on either the engine or the transmission. And quite frankly, if I owned one of these cars and I was going to keep it long term, I would just kind of bite the bullet and have all my servicing done at a dealer. Because that way, if there ever was a question at 80,000 miles of the engine needing to be replaced, hey, I did all the servicing with you guys, so it's in your computer, you got the records, call me when my car's done. I don't want to hear about it. Because I've heard many horror stories of people, you know, with these cars who can't prove the service history and they get denied the warranty claim. And that's certainly at the manufacturer's discretion to do that. You know, if you read the fine print in the warranty booklet, it typically will say any warranty claims are subject to verification of, you know, the engine maintenance being done, or regular factory scheduled maintenance being done, and proof of maintenance. But Hyundai is especially prickly about that. So just make sure if you've got one of these, do your servicing, keep the receipts, keep all the records, just in case. And quite frankly, if you do all of your oil changes right on time per the factory recommendation, in all likelihood you never will need your engine replaced. But, you know, better safe than sorry. And plus, if you ever go to sell the vehicle, especially private party, those service records are definitely a big something that adds value to your particular car that you're trying to sell, when you can show somebody, hey, look at, man, this is all the servicing's been done to this car. I got all the records right here. And, you know, that could potentially make your car worth another $500, another $1,000 to the right buyer, because I think any rational person would prefer to buy a car that has had all of its servicing done, or can prove that it's had all of its servicing done, as opposed to one where you have no idea. Plus, it keeps the car happy. Change your oil and make your car happy. Brakes are good, progressive pedal feel. Yeah, if I was gonna buy a car in this class, this would probably be pretty close to the top of my list. I think a new CR-V, you might be able to make the argument that that's a better car but I like this more because I like the way it looks more. Toyota RAV4, you get the legendary Toyota reliability and resale value, but I don't like driving it as much as I like driving this car. And I don't want to pay the Toyota tax, because at least in my local area right now, oh, listen to that baby sing. In my local area right now, Toyota dealers are getting over MSRP still for RAV4s, especially the hybrid ones. So yeah, I wouldn't choose one of those. A Forester, I had a Forester back in the day, and it was a turbo, it was an XT, and I didn't love it for various reasons. And I'm kind of out of the Subaru business, so I don't think I'd pick a Forester. Yeah, I don't know. If someone put a gun to my head and said you got to go buy a brand new mass market compact SUV, it would probably be a Tucson. CX-5, Mazda CX-5. That's the one dark horse. It would be between those two. Yeah, I might have to go with the CX-5. This is more practical than a CX-5, and I think it probably looks cooler than a CX-5, but a CX-5 is the one that's like definitely nicer to drive, so that might win. But there you go. If you've watched this long, you just got a preview of a video that I'm planning on doing towards the end of the year of my top 10 favorite compact SUVs on sale. So I'm working through that thought process and everything else. So anyway, with all that being said, that's my test drive of the very lovely 2024 Hyundai Tucson. I appreciate you watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a like, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.